Hi everybody, this is Joe Jurek and welcome back to Real Estate Investing Adventures. Why? Because real estate is fun and it's always an adventure. If you're a return guest, welcome back. If you're new to my video channel, I want to say welcome. Who the heck am I? My name is Joe Jurek and I'm a real estate investor, but I have the ability to travel all over the country and work with investors just like you to get your first deal done or take your real estate business to the next level. In this video series, we've been talking A through Z. I hope you've enjoyed the prior videos. If not, go ahead and please check those out. What are we going to talk about today? The letter O. O. O as in what? Offer. Now, in real estate, if you want to do more deals, you got to make more offers. It's just that plain and simple. A lot of times when I talk with investors, they say, well, Joe, I'm not getting many deals as I want to each month. I'd like to do 1 or 2 deals a month, and it's taking me 6 months to do 1 or 2 deals. And one of the biggest problems that I see and I talk to them about is how many offers are they making? So here are some what I call my golden nugget tips. Number 1, you got to get good at filtering through properties. What do I mean by that? In the video M, we talked about motivated sellers. You really got to look at a listing, whether it's through the realtor, through the MLS, or whether it's through, say, like a Craigslist for sale by owner, and try to find the most motivated sellers. So number 1 is filtering, looking for motivated sellers. Number 2 is then looking and evaluating the property. Once you look at the property and evaluate it, you then can determine what type of offer you want to make on that property. If you're not making enough offers each month, you're probably not looking at enough potential deals. So the first thing you need to do is increase your what I call lead flow coming into your funnel. And from that lead flow, you then need to determine which properties to look at and which to make an offer on. I did another video out there on my channel, Real Estate Investing Adventures, called The Wheel of Deals. If you haven't watched that, I'd recommend you do that. Why? It talks about all the various places you can look for deals, not only through a realtor listed on market, but more importantly, where do we often hit the home run? When we find deals that are off market, unlisted. Now, I also did another video entitled How to Find Off Market Unlisted Properties for Sale. That went into foreclosures, and I offered a lot of unique ways to find those. So 1, you got to increase your way to generate leads, where your deal's coming from, potentially off market, on market. And number 2, how you can quickly evaluate them. One of the biggest problems I often see people do, they'll look at a listing and they'll look at it and look at it and look at it, and then they're spending time researching so many different things on the internet about it. Here's what I would say. This is just my opinion. Once you know a market, once you know an area or a zip code, you should be able to look at that listing in probably a minute or less and determine, do I want to look at it a little bit more? And if so, now I'm trying to determine what I physically go out to look at. So this is how I normally do it. When I get potential leads, I try to separate them into, I know I don't want them and I pass right away, or I'm maybe interested and I need to find out more information. So once I get to that point, then the next step would be, out of looking at the listing and finding more information, now which ones do I get in the car and then go out and actually drive to and look at? Because that's another big thing. I often find new investors that say, do you look at every property? I don't look at every property, but I gotta be familiar with the neighborhood, the floor plan layout of the property, looking at the photos. I have to have enough information if I'm gonna make an offer without actually going there. But if you're brand new, just starting, or you don't know the neighborhood, you don't know the area, you're not familiar with the floor plan, it doesn't give you a lot of photos, you can make an offer, but there is more risk to it. That's why through experience and kind of having a system to get average cost per square foot, or knowing the area you're in, or the year of the home, there's other videos I've done that you can watch that talk about that. But the thing being is, you got to get into a routine of making consistent offers each and every week. Now, in other videos, I talk about, making a well-calculated, aggressive offer. That's key. Anytime they say lowball offer, if the realtor says, hey, it's a lowball offer, it's an offer. And a lot of times, listen to what people say to you, okay? But don't take it to heart. If they tell you, oh, you're making offers that are way too low, that's okay. And if they don't want to present them, unfortunately, you need to find somebody that will. But what I would say is have a goal. My opinion, try to evaluate at least 10 properties a day. If you only do it 5 days a week, that's 50 properties. If you end up looking at, say, one out of every 5 that you're looking at, you're going to look at quite a few properties during that week, okay? And if you could get to the point where I'm looking at 50 properties online or reviewing them, I decide to go look at 5 or 8 or 10 properties during the week, and then I end up making 3 to 5 offers a week. Is that pretty good? Absolutely. And then over time, you got to ramp it up. If you can average an offer a day, I think you're doing pretty well. And here's the thing that a lot of people miss when it comes to making an offer. I guess a golden nugget. It's not as though you have to make 20, 30, 40, 50 brand new offers every month. If you do, that's fantastic, okay? The more you make, the better chance of getting a deal. But here's the thing, anytime you take the time, the energy, the effort to run through a property online, maybe run the numbers, go look at the property, take photos, and you make an offer on that property, each and every month that property is still on the market, you need to be making another offer, which is called a counter offer. So if I talk to my realtor, and the thing is, if I make 20 new offers, the thing will be I also will need to make counter offers. So if I have made previous offers and say there's 40 properties that have not still yet sold in this month, I'm going to make maybe 20, 30, 40 new offers this month, and I'm going to also counter again on the offers I made previously where the properties have not yet sold. So is it quite possible to make 50 or more offers in a month? Absolutely. And if you're not doing that right now, that's okay. Why? Because you want to ramp up to it. If you can make 10 or 20 offers this month, and then another 20 offers next month, another 20 offers the month after that, you should be making in 3 or 4 months 50 offers between your new offers and counter offers. Now, when you make the offers, you have to watch some of the other videos. We talk in the video C about contingencies. Anytime you make an offer, can you get out of the contract if you have a good contingency? Absolutely. Will you not lose any money if you get out within the contingency period and you have a good contingency? Absolutely. If you're not quite sure about contingencies, watch the C video. That'll help you. Later on in the series, I'm going to talk about purchase contracts in the P section. That's coming up, a little tidbit for you. And in the purchase contract, when you write it out with the help of maybe an attorney, or if you use it with the help of your realtor, they'll walk you through the process. But I'm going to go into a little more detail about that. But the key is making sure you look at enough properties, you have adequate deal flow coming in every month, and you're out there knowing what you're looking for. The other thing I want to tell you about making offers, you have to know what your end strategy is going to be. And what do I mean by that? Sometimes people say, Joe, this is a great deal, such a great deal. I want to make an offer on it. I got to make an offer on it today. And I say, fantastic. But if you get it, what the heck are you going to do with it? They go, I don't know, but I want to make an offer. Now, I understand the excitement. I think back to one time I was working with clients in Reno, Nevada, and we went to look at this home, and I've always called it the Windex home. Why do I call it the Windex home? It was a foreclosure that was new construction. You walk through the home, and it needed absolutely nothing but maybe a bottle of Windex and a roll of paper towels to do a little cleaning. The home was in impeccable condition, fantastic kitchen, bathroom, flooring. Somebody probably used it maybe as a second home, lost it in foreclosure, and the bank was trying to turn it. And when I went through that home with a few clients, they had said, oh, I want to make an offer. I said, fantastic, okay. you can make an offer, but what are you going to do with it? Oh, I don't know. I just want to make an offer. And I was excited for them, but here's the thing. If you're going to wholesale it, you have to have a good list of cash buyers who are going to buy it. If you're going to do a buy, fix, and flip or a rental for the property, keep it as a rental property, you're going to have to determine where the money is going to come from to actually do the deal for the buy, fix, and flip or the rental. The other thing I would add again, if you have never ever done real estate or it's been a while, your first deal probably shouldn't be a buy, fix, and flip or a rental unless you feel totally comfortable with it, because I want you to make money when you do real estate deals. Wholesaling is usually a good way to go, where you can do an assignment or you can do a back-to-back same-day close. Watch some of my other videos on the Real Estate Investing Adventures channel. And don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe to it, because a lot of good content is out there. But you need to have that exit strategy. Now, lastly, what I really want to finish up with making offers is having more than one realtor if you're making offers on properties that are listed through the MLS. Because if I go through one realtor, I know I could burn them out if I want them to help me too much. Now, as they're making money, of course, they're going to want to be working with you, and I completely understand that. So, be professional, be loyal. The people that show you the properties, make sure you make offers through them. That's always a key. But what I'm saying is, if you try to give one realtor 50 properties to make offers on, they do have other clients. So kind of spread it out a little bit amongst other realtors, and you'll find out who you like for your A team. You may end up with 3, 4, 5 realtors you like using for a given area, and that's perfectly fine. But you can't overload just one, because not only will they be overloaded, but it can limit you if they go out of town, if they're unavailable, they do have other clients, things of that nature. So make a lot of offers, have a process for the way you make the offers, kind of a system, understanding and going through the contract so you can do it fairly quickly. Like I said, later in the series, in the letter P for purchase contract, we're going to be talking about that coming up shortly. So you'll want to watch that video. And like I said, catch up with the series A through Z if you've enjoyed this, and don't forget to subscribe. So get out there, make it happen, live life in the moment, take care, believe and achieve. Bye-bye.